I'm going to talk about Universal. Let me talk about Universal, okay? For those of you around the world, out here in L.A., there's 2 theme parks, okay? You have Disneyland, right? Which is the one you want to go to. All right? They know. I'm going to sit down for this so you guys know that this is coming from the heart, okay? So anyway, Universal, it's like they're making shit on the lot, and then up top, the people that go to their movies, they have all of these fucking rides that you go on. So every once in a while, a new ride opens up, and if you have kids, your kids want to go on it. So the new Mario World ride opened up, and we went there, and my wife, I don't know what she did. Like, she always buys the VIP shit. She goes, don't worry. She goes, we have the VIP, we can just fucking go in. But our VIP shit didn't count on the new ride. They're like, yeah, that doesn't count. We're like, what are we talking about? We paid an extra $100 per ticket. They're like, yeah, that's for the other rides. You know? Do you remember Joe Dirt? You remember that? The Joe Dirt ride. You can get on that. Shout out to David Spade. The Joe Dirt ride. It's a fucking 69 Super B that does a loop-de-loop. You can say, I don't want to fucking go on that. Well, you wouldn't have to stand in line. There's no one in that line, you asshole. It's a fucking movie from 30 goddamn years ago. We have the Tango and Cash fucking water ride. It's good for that, but any of this new shit. So we go into like Mario World, and the first thing we got there early, and we stand in line for this fucking ride. Dude, it was 2 hours and 40 minutes to get on the fucking ride. Dude, every time you thought you'd gone up the last flight of stairs and gone into the last room, and there was no refreshments, no nothing. So people are getting dehydrated, and then they keep bringing you outside of the structure. And this is one of those fights you don't want to have with your wife in that line, because you can't walk away, right? You're just standing there. You don't want to start anything. And I'm just sitting there thinking, like, why the fuck didn't you get the fucking goddamn shit? You know? You always know where the best shit is. How did you fuck this up, right? I was like the dad in Poltergeist, you know? You moved the gravestones, but you didn't move the bodies! Why? That's what I wanted to do. You got VIP tickets, but it didn't count on this shit, right? So 2 hours and 40 fucking minutes standing in line. It was so bad in the beginning, I felt for everyone around me, going like, how can you do this to these hardworking Americans? This is fucking terrible to run a business like this. People come here, they're with their kids, people are crying. But within an hour of that, I just hated everybody. And I was like, you know what? These fucking people deserve it. Look at it. Bunch of fat fucks standing here. Fucking cunts in front of me. They cut us. They did this thing where they sort of like saw how long the line was, and they say it was like going all the way that way. They sort of got to like, it was like, only like 5 or 10 groups of people, and they kind of went like, oh, is that the line? Is that like the line? And then they were just fucking in it. And like, that was like an hour of my life. Going, why didn't I say anything? I didn't say anything because they all outweighed me by at least 120 pounds. Yeah, morbidly obese in their 20s, prime of their life. Should be running down the beach like they're in Baywatch, carrying that little thing, whatever that thing was for. Like, what was that thing for? That little football? I'm in the ocean. That's what I'm going to hang on to. You're going to put it in your teeth and fucking swim back with your big fucking heavy fake 90s titties? Like, we're not going to go down to the ground? You might as well put cement shoes here, right? We went with another dad and his kid an hour and 50 minutes in was just hanging over the fucking banister thing. And he's going, this is the most boring thing ever. It was like bombing in stand-up for 2 hours and 40 straight fucking minutes. I remember at one point I was sitting up on the thing because I finally had to sit down, and I was up on the top thing, and I was sitting there, and I saw somebody walking down dressed as Super Mario, and I'm like, I know this bitch is going to tell me to get off this fucking thing, and I am not moving. And she just came by and said, excuse me, sir, could you not sit on the chair? Could you not bring relief to your lower back after this ungodly wait for 3.5 minutes of a semi-good time? This is why I love my wife. She was sitting on the lower one, and I was sitting there, and the dad we were with was looking at us, waiting to acknowledge the authority. And neither one of us did. And she just kept walking. Could you not sit on that? Could you just stop? Just sit down. And she never did anything, and we never fucking moved. I just looked at the guys like, I'm not fucking moving. Like, what are you gonna do? Throw me out and end this? So we finally get into like this room. They're like, okay, everybody, we're getting ready to fucking do it. And they bring us like a whole group of us. They're like, come on, everybody. I see space. I see space. Keep walking in. All right. And we're like in that trash compactor thing from that movie you guys like, right? The fucking Star Wars. Right? Yeah, fucking. Yeah, buddy. Fucking Star Wars, man. Fucking live long with Chewbacca and your Buck Roger beady shit, right? So there will be one person that comes up. Oh, that's Star Trek. They do that in Star Trek, all right? Star Trek is May the Force be with you, right? Is that how they do it? No, wait, that's Hitler. It's hard. It's hard to keep them all, keep track of all of them. So we get in this fucking room, and then this poor woman, right? She's got like the drive-through. The drive-through microphone. She's like, all right, everybody's in. Okay. And we've been waiting for 2 hours and 40 minutes, and she has the fucking balls to go, all right, you guys ready to ride the Super Mario ride? And the parents are like, yeah! Yes, we are! That was the entire purpose of this exercise. And you know the deal. When somebody says, are you ready? No matter how much you say you're ready, it's never enough, right? So we're standing there. She's like, oh, come on. This is the Super Mario ride. You could do better. Are you ready to ride the Super Mario ride? And everybody's like, with the last bit of fucking hydration we have in our body, we're like, yeah! Yes, we are! Tell me where the dick is and I will suck it! Please! Let this part of my life end! Right? And then guess what happens? Nothing! Nothing, because the ride has not arrived on the other side. So now she has to filibuster, and she's not good at it. Going like, this ride took over 75 fucking hours to whatever the fuck she was saying. And then it ends, and she starts again. All right, I hear it. I hear it. And she's like, are you guys ready? I remember there was this giant guy with this head that weighed as much as my body. And I could see him standing over everybody. And I just saw the side of his face in the complete lack of synapses firing. And he's like squinting. And she was going like, are you fucking ready? Are you ready to get on the fucking Mario ride? And he was just like, he just opened his mouth and exhaled. Was like, ah! Right? And then she did it, and she had the balls, the fucking cojones to do it again. She goes, come on, I said, are you fucking ready? And finally, this one dad, who the only person with self-esteem less, just went like, yeah, we've been waiting for 2.5 fucking hours, right? He didn't say fuck. And she had the balls to be like, what? And he goes, we've been waiting for 2.5 hours. And I hated myself that I didn't say, yeah. Exactly. What do you think we're doing here? This is a horrible experience. Not worth the wait. We realized that an hour and 10 minutes in, but there was no way to get out. We were just surrounded, and there was metal on both sides. It was like the Ron Burgundy. I'm trapped in a glass house of emotion. So finally we get in there. We go into another fucking room. They close the door, and this fucking guy's talking. At this point, I don't even remember what happened. Then we went to the final last thing. It's like, okay, this is what you got. You got to put the thing on, and then put the glasses on, and then you got to fucking, this is shooting and all of this stuff. And then we got on, and it was like fucking 3.5 minutes. And the whole, that's it. And the whole fucking thing was over, and we in there. I couldn't tell what I was shooting at and all this type, but I'm not a video game guy, right? You know what I mean? I drank beers. Right? I fucking hung out with the fellas. I could throw a ball, all right? I lived my childhood outside in reality. I didn't stay inside, friendless, jerking off, pretending I was a Navy SEAL, playing Siphon Filter. Well, actually, I played that game. We ended up getting out of there, right? I'm trying to work on not cursing in front of my kids. And we sat down to eat a Krusty Burger at the Simpsons part of the park. And I finally, like, my wife's going like, so do you want to go down and go on the Jurassic fucking Velociraptor fucking ride? And I couldn't hold it anymore. I go, I'm fucking wiped. I can't, I just don't want to do this anymore. Like, you know, if this is like the end of the relationship, I'm actually, I don't know if I have it in me to like save it. And if you just want to meet some other guy here with mouse ears that has a little better attitude about this types of things, like, I'm sure we can work on a financial settlement, but I am fucking out of here. Like, I literally can't fucking do this anymore. Oh, it's great when you leave. When you leave, they're like, fuck you. Like, you got to go all the way out this way, and where all the fatties come in, they got this wide berth, and you just got to walk all the way. You're seeing the shrubbery. It's so bad because you can see, like, civilization. Like, oh, my God, look at those houses that have air conditioning and stuff. You're fucking just walking out. But the best part was we got home, and, like, my daughter fell asleep and everything, and she came in and her Nana was there. And she was like, how was it? And she was just like, it was unbelievable. And she totally flipped out and everything. I was like, all right, thank God. So it was worth it. So in a way, that was an endorsement